I've got it all keyed up to go in a minute. I'll grab it. Thank you, though. N1MAK.
CQ. This is K5CRA. Hearing no emergency or priority communications, the Five Hills 325 net is now declared open. This net meets weekdays at 3 p.m. or 2100 hours Zulu and is sponsored by the K5CRA Cove Repeater Association from Copperas Cove, Texas. Visit k5cra.org or k5cra@groups.io for more information. Several area repeater stations along with Echolink and Allstarlink are networked, so please allow a brief pause between transmissions. All licensed radio amateurs are welcome and invited to participate. This is a directed net. The purpose of this net is to promote radio activity, help one another by elmiring, and promote goodwill and fellowship among radio amateurs, being the friendliest net in Texas. We will now observe a moment of radio silence, remembering those in our group who may be experiencing hardships and recognize our military and the many unsung heroes who are there in our times of need. This is a directed net. Stations will be asked to check in using ITU phonetics, slowly, with their name, location, and traffic. After check-ins to the net have come to a close, I will acknowledge those stations heard and ask for any further check-ins or any call I may have missed. You may use NetLogger via the internet to see if you are checked into the net. I will first recognize any first-time check-ins and stations with traffic for the net and then ask for comments from those stations checked into the net. After comments, there will be an opportunity for late check-ins to be recognized. After check-ins and comments, the net will continue to be directed and time will be given for any questions, topics of discussion or elmiring, and rechecks. Stations wishing to join the Five Hills 325 net, please come now.
This is Alpha Delta 5 Sierra Kilo, Bud and Leroy, no traffic. Gotcha, Bud. Next check-in, please. This is N5JZD. What time? N5JZD. Which one is it? Please come back. Last check-in, was that N5JGD? Please come back. This is November 5. Juliet Zulu Delta. Gotcha. November 5, Juliet Zulu Delta. Next check-in, please. This is Kilo Golf 5, Tango Sierra Oscar, Mary in the Copper's Cove. Gotcha, Mary. Thank you. Next check-in, please. Hearing no further check-ins, let's roger some people. You've got me, N1MAK, on Echo Link from the west coast of Florida. Cliff, AG5UQ. Steve, NU5D. Bruce, KD6UY. David, W5CSM. Jim, KG5QNI. Kevin, K5KTM. Kogo, W5COE, Bud, 85SK, Dale, KI5VCE, Charles, N5JZD, and Mary, KG5TSO. Any more check-ins, please come now. This Whiskey 5, Romeo Charlie Uniform, Ralph Cove. No traffic, short time. Whiskey 5, Romeo Charlie Uniform. Gotcha. Next check-in, please. Okay, so not hearing any more check-ins. Let's start at the top. Cliff, AG5UQ, what do you got for that today?
Oh, just been doing honeydews all morning, I guess, and taking care of a few kids. Got a trip to Corsicana tomorrow to take one back to college, and everything should work out. So, back to you.
Sounds like a fun time. Let's go down to Steve, NU5D. What's going on, Steve?
Good afternoon, Jeff, and the rest of the net, all the way from Florida. How about that? I am experimenting with YouTube. So Code Repeater Association on YouTube, and you should be able to watch us. At least watch the NetLogger and the Supermon page and the AIM page, and see what's going on, and listen to the audio as well. And Jim, the holdup was getting audio out of the rig. The 991 has a sound card in it, so that's what I'm using for the mic to feed the feed into YouTube. So anyhow, playing with stuff. Good to hear everybody, and back to net in NU5D.
Well, thanks for getting us on YouTube, Steve. That sounds like a good way to get us out there and get more people involved in ham radio. Let's move down to Bruce in Copper's Cove, KD6UI. It's spring break, so you shouldn't have any kids to get. What's going on, Bruce?
Yeah, roger that. It's spring break, and kind of cool. You're coming in from Florida and being able to run the net. And right, no kids to pick up. However, part of my wife's family, her daughter and partner and granddaughter, are here visiting from Taiwan. Picked them up at the airport Monday, and so we're running around. Happen to be home today. That probably won't happen much. We're running around all over the place, but I'll try to be here if I'm in range. Yesterday I was in San Marcos at net time, and I don't have Echo Link, so I couldn't get in. But we'll give it a try the rest of the week here. That's all I got. Back to you in Florida. This is KD6UI in Copper's Cove.
Bruce, say hi to everybody from Taiwan for us. That's a long trip. I probably drove as long as it took them to fly, but I think I'd rather fly it. Let's go down to David, W5CSM. What's going on in Toledo, David?
Good afternoon, Jeff and the net. Congratulations on being the first net controller that I'm aware of that's run off of Echo Link and as far away as Florida. I was in Florida last week with a family event, and I couldn't even find time to check into the net, so good to you. Hanging out and clean at the office today. Just trying to stay out of trouble and enjoying playing radio. So back to net control from W5CSM 73.
Yeah, I carved out a little time sitting in the car while they're hanging out inside. So yeah, good time. It's been fun. Let's go on down to Jim, KG5QNI. What's going on, Jim?
Oh, this is KG5QNI, and good afternoon, Jeff, and to everyone else on the net. And thanks for the heads up, Steve, on YouTube. I just tuned it in, and I didn't want to turn up the volume to have echoes, but I can see the desktop that you put up there. Not much for me. I got a lot of reading done this morning, which is a major accomplishment for me. That's about it from me. Back to you, Net Control. This is KG5QNI.
Thanks, Jim. Let's go down to Kevin, see if he's still around. K5KTM, Kevin, you on the radio?
Alpha Golf 5, Uniform Quebec. I gotta get off. I gotta go help my grandson with his flat tire. I'll talk to you later.
Gotcha, Cliff. I'll take care of it. Go get your grandson. We'll go past Kevin since he was short time and may not have been around. Kogo's short time, but let's check in with him anyway. Kogo, W5 COE, are you around? Kogo was short time, so let's go on down to Bud. 85 SK, Bud, how's it going out there in Leroy?
Well, good afternoon, Jeff and Annette. This is 85 SK. I've been trying to track down some problems, and these mobiles I key up and they want to shut down. So I tried all my HTs, they work. So I powered down and thought I'd see how everything works. Apparently, it is working. And it's nice and warm, but it's going to get wet and cold for a while. But that's better than being in Hawaii, where I was for about 2.5 years. And when I was there, they didn't have all the storms and everything. So must be something changing a little. Anyhow, it's a nice day. And I wish everyone a good rest of the week. Back to Net Control, 85 SK.
Thanks, Bud. Let's go down to Dale. KI5 ZCE. What you doing, Dale? Is Dale around? KI5 ZCE. You out there, Dale? Okay, not hearing Dale. Let's go down to Charles and Kempner. N5JZD. What's going on in Kempner?
Well, there's not much going on, but I've got some feedback, so I don't know if I'm getting through okay, but I'll give it a shot. Working in the backyard, still working on that play thing. I hope I'll get it finished. But regards to the net, and I'll send it back to you, back to Net Control.
We heard you just fine. The feedback cut out rather quick, and you were good. So thanks for the check-in. Let's move on down to Mary. KG5 TSO. What's going on, Mary?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for doing the net. And I don't know why my brain, oh God, I hope I'm not getting Alzheimer's. I could have sworn I was on today, and James goes, no, you're on Friday. And I'm going, but I'm on Wednesday. No, I'm on Friday. Okay. So anyway, I guess I'm on Friday. So Friday I'll be here for you. But anyway, yes, I'm doing pretty good. Got the grandson here today with his laptop trying to do school because he's out on Easter break. He's down here from Colorado Springs. So I've been playing teacher, which is kind of a, throwback from back in the day. I've been retired since 2011, so it's been a little while. But anyway, other than that, we're having a good day, and I'm glad everybody's sounds good. It sounds like your net's a little sparse like mine has been, so I hope people start getting back into talking on the radio. So 73s to you and all, to your family and all that, because I know you're visiting. And back to you at Net Control, KG5 TSO.
Mary, it's not called auto timers when somebody screws up your routine. Thank you for letting me switch with you, so I wasn't trying to do this while driving. That would have been bad. Let's go down to Myron, AA5MY. Myron, what's going on in Colleen? Myron, still there? AA5MY. It's your turn. Okay, we'll go past Myron. Ralph was short time, but let's see if he's still around. Ralph, W5RCU, you're up, sir. What's going on in Copper's Cove? Okay, no Ralph. So let's go with more check-ins. If you want to check in late to the 5 Hills 325 net, come now, please.
This is November 3 X-ray, Uniform Sierra, G and Colleen.
This is Kilo Charlie 9 Quebec Hotel Whiskey. Gino here in Copper's Cove. No traffic.
I got November 3 X-ray Uniform Sierra, Gene, and KC9 QHW, Gino. So let's go back to Gene. N3 XUS, Gene, what's going on, sir?
Well, good afternoon, everybody on the net. This is November 3 X-ray Uniform Sierra. Turned out to be a pretty pleasant day. Hopefully tomorrow it's not going to be as bad as the weather people say it's going to be. Yesterday I finished up my MCOM bag, and today I took pictures of it and its components, and I'm putting together a little bit of an article so that I can post on the club's website, and perhaps send it off to QSTs to see if they'll publish it. Other than that, having a late afternoon snack, checking up on news, and enjoying the day. This is November 3 X-ray Uniform Sierra, clearing and final to the net.
Thank you, Gene. Gino, I know you said no traffic, but that usually doesn't really mean it. What's going on over in Copper's Cove, Gino? KC9 QHW, your turn.
Oh, not much. I'm spending the week with my daughter, and as I look out the window, I guess I need to start mowing my lawn today, I guess, or someday. Anyhow, I more or less just called in for the numbers. So back to you, Net Control, KC9 QHW.
Thanks for being number 16, Gino. Any other late check-ins? Come now, please.
This is Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot Kilo Yankee, James in Waco.
Gotcha, James. Any other late check-ins? Please come now. Not hearing any other check-ins. Let's go back to James. James, what's going on in Waco? KD5, FKY. Your turn.
It's KD5FKY. Hey, good afternoon. Not much going on. We're kind of low and slow this afternoon, but I've been making plans to put a shelf above my
ham station, so I can put some of my extra gear there when I install my HF rig. Well, not mine, but the one that I have that I'm borrowing from Steve. And I'm going to have a nice, it's going to be pretty nice and wide, so I'll have a chance to put more of my 2-meter power supply, all that stuff on top, and the bigger stuff on the bottom. So it'll be nicely organized. And found out the balun is on the way for my HF wire antenna, and be here sometime between the 20th and 24th. I don't know what the holdup was, but anyway, it is on the way.
Sounds like a fun time. I don't know what I was going to say. Do you have anything else to say, Chad?
No, I was just going to tell everyone, have a great evening. It's a pretty day, just a tiny bit cool, but pretty nice out there. So 73 to everybody. KD5, FKY, back to you, sir.
Thank you for the update. Over here in the Cape Coral area of Florida, it is a 70-degree broken clouds day. Tons of sunshine, tons of blue sky, and a little bit of humidity. We had a little rain earlier today, so it knocked some of the humidity out. But it's been a great trip. Let's go for a couple more check-ins. And if you want to check in late, please come now. Not hearing any further check-ins. Anybody have any rechecks or topics that they would like to react to? Come now.
KG5QNI, recheck.
KG5QNI, Jim, what's going on?
Well, any of you who looked into K5CRA on YouTube, you'll notice our tech guru, Steve, in his virtual tower, and he looks like he's pretty busy working on a panel that is attached to his window. So good to see you, Steve. If I'd known you were on YouTube, I would have set up my other phone on it. But 7-3, Steve, and good to see you. I'll send it back to you, Net Control, KG5QNI.
Thank you, Jim. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say? Come now. Well, then we'll make this a short one. K5CRA and the 325 net and N1MAK, your net controller. Y'all all have a good afternoon and a great evening, and I will check into the net when I can. For now, we'll close out the net. Y'all have a great day and talk to you later. N1MAK.
Yeah, good job, Jeff. 7-3. Thank you again.
Thanks, Steve. I hope it wasn't too broken up with all the echo link pauses, but seemed to go well. Have a good one. Did you open the net today? This is N1MAK.
Indeed, I did, and I went ahead and flushed it. Jeff, I couldn't tell that you're on Echo Link. The audio fidelity, everything was perfect. There may have been a little lag, but it certainly was not noticeable. And if you want to watch yourself in the mirror, go to YouTube and Code Repeater Association. So, and with that, I'm going to knock it down and end the stream and all of that kind of stuff. So, 7-3 NU5D. Thanks again.
Thanks, Steve. I'm clear. N1MAK.